Good morning, everyone. I am getting ready to make a couple of stockings. Yes, my hair is a bit of a mess, but what's new? Uh, one for my youngest granddaughter and one for my oldest granddaughter. A mishap happened with my oldest granddaughter's stocking. And Mouse got a hold of it. Very good. So making two. I think it's kind of cool. Yeah, I made all the stockings for in my family. They all are handmade stockings. Yes. Uh, and I'm quilting both of those. Anywho, so that's my goal today. I got it all ready. I just need to start sewing. And oh, it's so much fun. Oh gosh, I'm rewatching the British baking show. I know. I'm never done watching these shows. I always do something else with it, right? So you miss some things. And the ideas that one gets, to make something. Last night I decided to make loaded potatoes, and it's loaded potatoes are just and it's so simple, right? I didn't have any bacon bits or bacon to make bacon bits, but I had a sausage, kind of an andouille sausage. And I thought, I bet I can make kind of sausage bits. They'd be just as good. Sure enough, they were. In fact, they couldn't tell it was bacon. But anyway, for people who don't know what a loaded potato is, it's basically I took the whole potatoes and then you stick either a knife or a fork in it because you don't want them to explode in your oven. Oh, is this even a thing? Yes, it is. It has happened to me. It's a mess if that not happens. But sticking in a knife in a few places or a fork, then that'll take care of it. And I stuck those in the oven, and it takes about a good 45 minutes. It just depends on what heat you use. You just go and 400 degrees takes about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and they're soft. I like them better that way than in the microwave. Yeah, it's just something about microwaves that don't sit well with me. And then you cut them in half, and you kind of again you I just take a knife and loosen up the stuff and either halves with the skin on it, by the way. And if they're well washed, yeah, the skin's very good too. And then you put a little butter. I had a little station ready with butter, sour cream, feta cheese, onions, parsley, celery, and then the sausage bits, regular cheese, grated, and gochujang sauce, hot sauce, and another sauce. Oh, the Korean chili. Oh, yeah. It's a Korean chili oil. And had that all set out so people could make their own, however they want to. Oh, it's delicious. Oh my gosh. And so I had these chicken legs, again, chicken quarters, and I wanted to bake them again, or roast them, right? Yes. And I thought, how, with the time, and the temperature, it's gonna get too dark on top again. And I looked in the stove, and there was something on it I don't have at home on the stove, and it says roast. I'm going, oh, is that the difference? So I put it on roast, and they came out super delicious. And this time I used a butter, basil, pepper, salt, and garlic powder. Yeah, to baste them with. Oh, it was delicious. Once again, delicious. I make steamed cabbage to go with it. Yes. Oh, it was really good. Ah. So why am I telling you this? About that? uh, well, anyway, today I'm making a white chicken chili. So, oh, and then I took the little one out the day before yesterday, just out here in the garden. It's cold right now here. It really is cold. It's been down in the teens. It snowed. If it rains, it snows right now. It's that cold. And it's overcast out there. It's windy. It's probably going to snow again. I'd say it's going to snow again. Wow, that's really early in the year. We already had snow twice. Not a whole lot, but that's cold weather like this already for this long. Quite a few days now. So anyway, so I took the little one out just here in the garden to kind of finish up some of the stuff that, okay, the tomatoes are gone now. They have, that was way too cold. And some other things. And we were out here for maybe 25 to 30 minutes. We go back in, and her cheeks are all red, and her nose is red. I'm going, oh, wow, she got really cold. Oh, no. And it stayed that way. And she was not in the sun, though it was a little sunny at that day. She was not in the sun. I made sure that she was not facing the sun, and she has that little sunroof on her stroller. I took her all over. She loved it. She loved just watching me, and then, okay, let's go to the next spot. Yeah, she loved it. Loves being outside. Loves being outside more than anything. In the summer, you can't even take her when it's really hot. You cannot even take her in the shade. Under a tree, for example, she gets a sunburn. She's a redhead. Her skin is almost translucent. It's so white. And found that you can't even take her into the shade. Only for a very short amount of time, or there has to be extra covering again, or she gets a sunburn in the shade. And okay, but the sun was out, but I was really careful that she wasn't not exposed to the sun. And the day after, she still had red cheeks. I'm going, gosh, did the cold out there give her some chilblains a little or something? Or was the sun, man, really? Was the sun that strong that maybe it even went through that little sunroof? Okay, the sunshade, the roof on her stroller. Anyway, so the next day we went for a walk. I wanted to know, is this kid not only in the summertime, but in the wintertime also has to be very careful when she's outside because of her skin, whatever's exposed. So we went for a walk. She loved it. And I didn't go for more than about 25 minutes again. She loved it. Oh my gosh, she loved it. And we found some treasures. Yes, I'm going to make some stars out of some pods that I found. Yeah, okay. She loved it. But I made sure that she was really bundled up and even had, a little bit over her. But of course, it kind of fell down again. But anyway, got home, and sure enough, her cheeks were all red again, and her nose, and yep, that proven to me, and there was no sun out. Proven to me that we have to be very careful with her in the cold as well. Yes, her skin is that sensitive right now. Anyway, it is what it is. But such a sweet baby, and she loves being outside. So that's all I have to share today. It's just cold. It's one of those things where you hang around in a warm room. Yes, if you got one. So we are in Psalm 35, 36, and 37. Ooh. Well, good thing I don't have to take care of the baby right now. That was a long one. So, there's another leaf. Oh, looks like it. Yeah, better not take that apart. Look. They're just in there. They show up. Must mean something. All right. Psalm 35. The book of Psalms 35, 36, 37. Prayer of the virtuous in persecution of David. Accuse my accusers, Yahweh. Attack my attackers. Grasp your buckler and shield. Up and help me. Brandish spear and pike to confront my pursuers. Give me the assurance I am your Savior. There's an awful lot of stuff in here, it seems like, that has to do with war, doesn't it? Winning a war, losing a war. Shame and humiliation on those who are out to kill me. Defeat and repulse and dismay on those who plot my downfall. May they be like chaff before the wind, with the angel of Yahweh to chase them. May their way be dark and slippery, with the angel of Yahweh to hound them. Okay. I wonder if one is capable of such dark thoughts oneself, to wish all this stuff on other people. For one reason or another. I don't know exactly what happened here, why this was written down like that. But if a lot of it is attributed to the time of David, then I think we know why. And yet they think that. Huh? Amazing how are people capable of such dark thoughts? Towards others as well. Even though, well, but that's because they're being treated like that. Well, yeah. So then we should treat them that way as well. Well, then what does that make us? Any different? Just saying. Unprovoked, they laid their snare for me. Unprovoked, dug a trap to kill me. Unprovoked? Okay. Ruin comes upon them unawares. The snare they have laid will catch them, and into their own trap they will fall. Then I shall delight in Yahweh, rejoice that he has saved me. My very bones will all exclaim, Yahweh, who can compare with you in rescuing the poor from the oppressor, the needy from the exploiter? So when that doesn't happen, then what? False witnesses come forward against me, asking me questions I cannot answer. Well, that's interesting. Why not? They cross-examine me, repay me kindness with cruelty, make my life barren. But I, when they were ill, had worn sackcloth and mortified myself with fasting, praying ever anew in my heart, as if for a friend or brother. I had wandered restless, as if mourning a mother, so bowed had I been in sorrow for others. Wow, this sounds really conflicted to me in many ways. Not on how someone is trying. Prayer of the virtuous in persecution. Okay, and you know what? Let's just keep reading. When I stumble, they gather in glee, gather round it. When I stumble, they gather in glee, gather round me. Strangers I never even knew tear me apart incessantly. If I fall, they surround me, grinding their teeth at me. How much longer, Lord, will you look on? Oh, wait a minute. As I said, it's very confusing on what has happened, is about to happen, and the person's waiting for or not waiting for, wishes upon others, and then asking God, how much longer, Lord, will you look on? Rescue me from their onslaughts. From young lions rescue the one life that I have. I will give you thanks in the great assembly, praise you where the people gather. Should one give God conditions? Hey, if you help me, then I'm going to praise you. Hey, let not my lying enemies gloat over me. Those who hate me unprovoked look askance at me. I don't know, unprovoked doesn't sound right in the way that you're talking here, buddy. They have no greeting of peace. To the peace-loving people of the land, they think up deceptive speeches, their mouths wide open to accuse me. They say, come on now, we saw you. You saw it, Yahweh. Do not stay silent. Lord, do not stand aloof from me. Up, awake, to my defense. My God and my Lord, to my cause. You know, that's one thing I found. If people were to just be a little bit more courageous, and when something comes up and say, hey, how did you mean that? You know, or are you all right? There's something going on? Rather than assuming you know, and then go and tell someone else the assumptions that you seem to know about someone else, right? Yes? Just go and ask. That's the best way to avoid conflict and resolve some things. And I found doing that, oh, it had absolutely nothing to do with, oh, maybe how that would have looked like to me. Right? I'm just saying. Yeah. Misery loves company, I'm telling you. That is the truth. Do not let them think. Oh, wait. In your saving justice, give judgment for me, Yahweh, my God, and do not let them gloat over me. Do not let them think, just as we hoped, nor, now we have swallowed him up. Shame and dismay on them all who gloat over my misfortunes. Oh, so there is something going on. Let all who profit at my expense be covered with shame and disgrace. Sounds like, you know what? This sounds like, okay, David, I'm not sure what that's all about. Sounds like the book of Job again. But let all who delight in my uprightness shout for joy and gladness. Let them constantly say, great is Yahweh, who delights to see his servant in peace. And my tongue shall recount your saving justice. All day long sing your praise. Sing your praise. Okay. Psalm 36. The perversity of sinners and the benevolence of God. Oh. I don't know if you guys just got this, but what did we just read and how did that go? The perversity of sinners and the benevolence of God. Oh, wait. Okay, let's read first. For the choir master of the servant of Yahweh of David. Sin is the oracle of the wicked. In the depths of his heart, there is no fear of God before his eyes. He sees himself with too flattering an eye to detect and detest his guilt. All he says is malicious and deceitful. He has turned his back on wisdom. All right, so reading this and having read all these other books ahead of time on where the Israelites, first of all, they want to go back to Egypt, man. They are not happy with what's going on how they have to work now and how they're suffering under the guidance of whom exactly? And they're, you know, as soon as they are having relations with outsiders per se, around with other kingdoms and people, what are they doing? Oh, the idols find their way right back into their lives. Well, that will tell me they don't fear God either. So who's he talking about exactly? Everyone? All of Israel? Except for a few? Who hardly dare to open their mouths now? For fear of what? Of God? Or the people around them? Just saying, right? Yes? How many times was the temple taken down and built up again? Okay. He sees himself with too flattering an eye to detect and detest his guilt. All he says is malicious and deceitful. He has turned his back on wisdom. To get his way, he hatches malicious plots, even in his bed. Once set on his evil course, no wickedness is too much for him. As I said, takes one to know one sometimes. Yahweh, your faithful love is in the heavens. Your constancy reaches to the clouds. Your saving justice is like towering mountains. Your judgments like the mighty deep. Yahweh, you support both man and beast. How precious, God, is your faithful love. So the children of Adam take refuge in the shadow of your wings. They feast on the bounty of your house. You let them drink from your delicious streams. In you is the source of life. By your light we see the light. Maintain your faithful love to those who acknowledge you, and your saving justice to the honest of heart. Do not let the foot of the arrogant overtake me, or wicked hands drive me away. There they have fallen, the evildoers, flung down, never to rise again. That overhead doesn't make any sense to this. Okay. Psalm 37. The fate of the upright and the wicked. Of David. Now we have all those names on the, or something on the side again. I need to go check that out. Why don't I do that? Of David. Do not get heated about the wicked, or envy those who do wrong. Quick as the grass they wither, fading like the green of the fields. Put your trust in Yahweh and do right. Make your home in the land and live secure. Make Yahweh your joy, and he will give you your heart's desires. Well, there is truth in that second part for sure. First one too. Okay, I don't like quick as the grass they wither, fading like the green of the fields. I'm not going to wish that to anyone. Not if one believes in the restoration process. And the thing is, you know, when the Israelites came out of Egypt, what was that? Oh, they escaped. Well, no, it's to restore a people again as well. And every which way that one reads about it, I just even hear in the Old Testament, the restoration process that's not a new thing. Okay? But for some reason, the people just retain resentment and anger and entitlement. That's another thing. As if some people are entitled out there for something, right? Yes? Well, that's kind of what it sounds like. But the second part's good. Put your trust in Yahweh and do right. Make your home in the land and live secure. Make Yahweh your joy, and he will give you your heart's desires. Commit your destiny to Yahweh. Be confident in him, and he will act. You know what? I'm going to mark that. Second part here. I like that. Making your uprightness clear as daylight, and the justice of your cause as the noon. Stay quiet before Yahweh. Wait longingly for him. Do not get heated over someone who's making a fortune, succeeding by devious means. But not everyone makes a fortune by devious means, right? Yeah. Okay. The first part's good. Stay quiet before Yahweh. Wait longingly for him. That's a Heavenly Parent probably is very, very longingly waiting for us as well. Refrain from anger. Leave rage aside. Do not get heated. It can do no good. For evildoers will be annihilated, while those who hope in Yahweh still have the land for their own. A little while and the wicked will be no more. However will you search for the place, the wicked will not be there. But the poor will have the land for their own, to enjoy untroubled peace. Well, for some things that has been true. Some things did get better, right? But as far as, are the wicked no more after all this time now? Remember when this was written down? The wicked, again, so yeah, let's not assume things. The wicked plot against the upright and gnashes his teeth at him. Nobody's ever gnashed his teeth at me. But Yahweh only laughs at his efforts, knowing that his end is in sight. What kind of an idea did they have of God here? Though the wicked draw his sword and bend his bow to slaughter the honest and bring down the poor and the needy, his sword will pierce his own heart, and his bow will be shattered. What little the upright possesses outweighs all the wealth of the wicked, for the weapons of the wicked shall be shattered, while Yahweh supports the upright. The lives of the just are in Yahweh's care. Their birthright will endure forever. They will not be put to shame when bad times come. In time of famine, they will have plenty. Yeah, the Egyptians did have plenty. And Joseph's family all went where? Oh, interesting, because they did have... The wicked enemies of Yahweh will be destroyed. They will vanish like the green of the pasture. They will vanish in smoke. The wicked borrows and will not repay, but the upright is generous in giving. Those he blesses will have the land for their own, and those he curses be annihilated. Yahweh guides a strong man's steps and keeps them firm, and takes pleasure in him. When he trips, he's not thrown sprawling, since Yahweh supports him by the hand. Ooh, I like that one. Okay, this one I like. Yahweh guides a strong man's steps and keeps them firm. What's a strong man? Okay. And takes pleasure in him. When he trips, he's not thrown sprawling, which means a strong man just up. Okay, what's a strong man? Does he just give up? Okay. Since Yahweh supports him by the hand. That's a great one. I really like this one. And it's true. I can relate to things that I have experienced myself, right? And I can't relate to things that, I don't want to think that way. I don't want to be a part of that anymore. But I'm done with that. Yes, maybe my ancestors were, but I have got to make a change for my descendants. And I will not think that way. And a lot of people still think this way, right? Oh, not what I just liked. The other stuff. Now I am old, but ever since my youth I never saw an upright person abandoned, or the descendants of the upright forced to beg their bread. The upright is always compassionate, always lending, so his descendants reap a blessing. Turn your back on evil and do good, you will have a home forever, for Yahweh loves justice and will not forsake his faithful. Evildoers will perish eternally, the descendants of the wicked be annihilated. But the upright shall have the land for their own. There they shall live forever. You know what? There's something comes to mind here, and I'm telling you what, anyone that came up with, and don't get me wrong, I get it. There are some things that as descendants we have to take care of because our ancestors didn't do something right, okay? Then it lands on our shoulders to do right. But the thing is that then others decide that because you're, for example, or someone out there, for example, is the child of a murderer, that then now they need to be shunned. The descendants, the sons need to be shunned because that's wrong. That's just absolutely wrong. The caste system with, just saying, it's that's all wrong. Yet here, it's in the Bible. Oh, it's in the Bible, so we get to do that. Yeah? We get to cuss and curse at a descendant of someone we didn't like, who was evil, was wicked. And that curse is going to follow them, the descendants. Why? Why aren't we giving them a chance? They might not be like that at all. And may be called by God to restore their ancestry. Huh? Yes? All right. That was something that it seems like as much as people don't want to admit it. I've seen that in the Catholic Church. I grew up as a child from a divorced family. My dad and my mom divorced. And that's a no-no. That was a no-no. Okay? In the Catholic Church at that time, long time ago, that was a no-no. But tell you what, did I feel it? No, not really. I knew that there was some weird stuff sometimes going on around me with people talking and all that, but I didn't quite get that. So I didn't pay any attention to it or whatever. But, yeah, when you came from a divorced home and the daddy just took off, did his own thing, whatever, even if they passed away, you automatically became a target for bullying. As if you had something to do with your parents' marriage not working out. Or either father or mother go in the spirit world. Huh? Isn't that weird? Don't you think that's weird? Yet this is in here. Oh, God, the proofs of that. Really? Okay, well, you know what? I rest my case. I had to say that. Evildoers, let's do that. Evildoers will perish eternally. The descendants of the wicked be annihilated. But the upright shall have the land for their own. There they shall live forever. Okay, good luck with that. Wisdom comes from the lips of the upright, and his tongue speaks what is right. The law of his God is in his heart. His foot will never slip. I like that one. Let's read that one again. From what I just said before. Wisdom comes from the lips of the upright, and his tongue speaks what is right. The law of his God is in his heart. His foot will never slip. The wicked keeps a close eye on the upright, looking out for a chance to kill him. Yahweh will never abandon him to the clutches of the wicked, nor let him be condemned if he is tried. Put your hope in Yahweh. Keep to his path. He will raise you up to make the land your own. You will look on while the wicked are annihilated. See, I like the first two. Put your hope in Yahweh. Keep to his path. He will raise you up to make the land your own. And that is 100% and absolute truth, because I have experienced that in so many ways. Not to lord over others. It's just in the way that I treated my surroundings. Accepting that restoring path of my family. Yeah, and some of it is hard, and it just has to be done the way it needs to be done, according to stay on God's path. Okay. The master, let's see, the ownership, the mastership, that comes along with that suddenly, where you suddenly realize as a human being on how connected actually we are, everything is. And how we can feel that and see that and experience that and be a part of it and work for it is amazing. When one accepts that spiritual atmosphere that goes with it all, yes, and at one center that one needs to stay connected to, needs to be under that umbrella. Yeah. Yes? It's amazing. Well, anyway. I've seen, but the other part, no. I've seen the wicked exultant, towering like a cedar of Lebanon. When next I passed, he was gone. I searched for him, and he was nowhere to be found. Observe the innocent, consider the honest, for the lover of peace will not lack children. But the wicked will all be destroyed together, and their children annihilated. The upright have Yahweh for their Savior, their refuge in times of trouble. Yahweh helps them and rescues them. He will rescue them for the wicked, and save them because they take refuge in him. Okay, done. Toodaloo. Hey, let's take you. Again, why aren't these Psalms famous as some others? Huh? Oh, I'll go with it. Psalm 35, 36, and 37. All right. Well, we've done another day. You're welcome. And I still haven't took my Bible over there. I got it. Today's a good day to do that. I'm going to put that over here so I look at it all the time. Don't put it away. There. Oh, yeah. The British baking show. Cooking shows. I love cooking shows. No. The ones where you're actually, yes, you can see, oh, this is what they're doing. Ooh, what's going in there? This, that. So wonderful to watch that. Doing things for the first time, something, oh, I've never made this before. Yeah. Like that. So, every day is an adventure. That's for sure. No, I'm not going to wish anything bad on anyone. I'm just not going to do that. Oh, and then expect God to do the dirty work for me, right? Yes? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that sounds about right, huh? No, no. But we're just reading through it. Yes, yeah, we're finding the good parts. Maybe I still have what, 110 to go or something, 111 to go. So maybe I should just concentrate on the really good stuff, right? Yes, and leave the rest of it just out, and not. I mean, what am I going to say for the next 34 40 videos, 41 videos? Right? The same thing over and over, but I could make that another part of this condition. I'm going to find just the good parts and just read over the other stuff. Sounds good to me. Now I'm going to have to make a mental note of that, right? Yes. So, yes. So it sounds to me like that, though, that the upright, the ones that think that they are upright, yes, and really going on the right path, we have to be very, very, very careful on how we view that. Yes? So, it's a good condition. Yes, I'm going to look just for the good in there. The good. What really speaks to my heart, according on how I perceive, yes, how I perceive, how I believe, how I see, how I have experienced my Heavenly Parent. And no other way, ever. Yes? Okay. I'm going to end with that. May Heavenly Parent guide and protect you. And a little blank there. And embrace you with love. And, God willing, I will talk to y'all tomorrow.